Do you hear those chickens? Hey friends, I'm in the backyard and today it is kind of overcast and yucky out. I'm going to do a full September garden tour soon in the next week or so. But first today I'm just kind of making a to-do list of what needs to be done. The garden's at this funny, awkward summer stage where it's the end of summer and things are either harvestable or dying or somewhere in between. It's just kind of a mess. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to start in the backyard and kind of do just a little walk around and make some notes about what I need to get done maybe in the next week or two. And I'm just going to take you along with me. Ooh, here's our first stop, guys. We have melons. These guys are ready. So I'm going to come out and harvest these when I finish making the video. And we are going to take, these are the Minnesota midget melons and they look fantastic. There are some more back in there that you can't really see. And that's because first thing to clean up on this list needs to be this right here. The Cosmos are kind of dying back. I need to give them a big cut it back. I have got all of this alyssum or this anise hyssop. You can see it's mostly done with flowers. I'm going to cut that all back because I do not want 8,000 anise hyssop seeds. See these little guys right here? Can I show you that? Those will all house seeds. It's not focusing really good. Sorry, guys. And I don't want those all over my yard. I have a good area already established. So I'm going to cut all this back, harvest all of the ripe melons. We'll have melons for dinner. Oh, there is a bee there still. I'm sorry, buddy. This is the hard part I have with this time of year is I don't want to cut back things if there's anything going on still. And you have to. Back here in the rest of this is the insane center cut squash, which this I will actually leave up until fall because it is going to be making squash until it freezes. And you can see right here, it's come across this bed and look at all the little babies starting still. So I'm just going to let that go wild, but I might trim some of the leaves back a little bit. And then in here, these tomatoes have bit it. So I will probably come in here and pick all these tomatoes. I'll let any green ones just ripen up on the counter and I'll get this fence line cleaned up. All right, job number 2. Okay, I'm back in the jungle. Here is the jungle. I took the cage out. All the chickens are doing good. I'll show you them in a second, but I want to show you sugar pie pumpkin back here. These are insane. I will have to come out here and clean this out because I can't get to my compost pile and the vines are kind of everywhere. But there's more squash growing here. So I'm just letting it kind of go. So we're not even going to call this a job. But here, let's peek at the chickens. Hey girls, how's it going? You can see everybody is out together. Uh-oh. Hi, how are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody's down. Look at you. I know, I'll come back with water and food in a little bit. It rained really hard, so it's kind of mucky back here. I will bring you back some more treats shortly. They're having some serious problems trying to figure out where do they want to lay. Look, I gave you these squash. You're just burying them? Where are your eggs today? None back here. Oh, but look, there's an eggshell right here. I think I got an egg eater. If you have ever had an egg eater chicken, let me know what you did to stop it. They do chase her a little bit still, Claudia, but not too much. All right, let's see what's going on inside. What's up, girl? Well, I'll find your eggs. They're here somewhere. Or one of you is eating them. Is it you? Look, guys, I do want to show you. Isn't that the prettiest olive egg you've ever seen? Oh, let me see it. Ooh, isn't she pretty? I think it's Claudia. What do you think you're doing? Get back in there. You cannot come out. All the flowers and stuff in here are pretty much just being left for the bees. I got a little bit of basil down in there. I might come through and clean that up. All this nasturtium. I'm going to cut a bunch of these nasturtium leaves, the better looking ones and the smaller, tenderer ones, and I'm going to make a pesto out of it. A nasturtium leaf pesto. That's project number 3. Project number 4 is to come in and get all the banana peppers harvested and make and can those. I'm going to make some canned sliced ones. And then project number 5 is behind all these sunflowers are the tomatoes, which did not do super well this year. Not a great tomato year. I did barter some peppers and zucchini for some tomatoes from a friend that had a better tomato year. And I got them in the freezer, so they are ready for salsa. But I do have quite a few tomatoes here. I just got to get them all out. So that's project, what number am I on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Project 5, liberate the tomatoes on this side of the yard. Do you see this giant pile? Look it up here. These are beans. I don't know if you can see them. Oh my goodness. They're great. Okay, that's 5 backyard projects. There's so much to be done. Number 6, the beautiful sunflower. I'm cutting all of her sunflowers off for today and hacking her down and making a pretty bouquet because she's fallen over and the squirrels are pretty much just attacking everything there, trying to get the seeds. So I'm gonna knock that guy down. She was gorgeous. That was the best surprise of the garden. Best volunteer of the garden, I think, ever. This was a disappointment this year. I'm pretty much going to come in and clean everything off of that. I do have fall peas growing. These beans have all died back. I'm just letting these dry on the vine. And I'm going to use them either as dried beans or seeds. These are the Tanya's pink potted. In a very happy coincidence, these have taken off in the fall weather here. We're kind of getting cooler. And they seem to like it better. So that's pretty. Coming down, these peas are doing really good. And then this box is pretty much all needing to be cleaned up and taken down too. I love this guy. But that's pretty much the last big one left. This giant weed has grown back here. Oh my gosh. It was hiding behind the sunflowers. That needs to get chopped today. All right, so we're gonna say project 6, clean up the driveway. Take the dried beans, cut down the giant weed driveway. This is my favorite walk ever. Look at all the flowers. Down the side of the garden, I'm just gonna say in general, there's the beans. I'm letting those dry. I'm gonna come through and deadhead flowers through here and just see if I can get a flush of fall flowers. I don't know if it'll happen or not. It kind of depends on how long the warmer weather stays. I'm gonna come harvest some sage, and I'm gonna come just kind of clean up anything dead in here. Hi. This I think is the apricota, I think is the name of it, Cosmo. It's got a really, oh no, it's the lemonade one because it's got like a pink lemonade. So it kind of goes from pink to more yellow on the outsides, if you can see. Really pretty. I hear a cricket. Yeah, so I'm just gonna come in and clean this out, deadhead anything, try and get another flush. This cabbage can be harvested, so I could make myself another batch of coleslaw one day this week if I wanted. But the majority of everything here is just getting cleaned up, deadheaded, and I'll probably just pick a day. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this sunflower is. Isn't she pretty? These sunflowers didn't work really good here, but that one sure did. I love it. The Tithonia is getting nice and big and huge, and I love it, and I'm just gonna let it go. And then everything here by the gate is starting to die. You can see the coneflowers. Like this is a very much a dead coneflower. They're kind of starting to look pasty. They're all gonna have to get cut back. And these guys are still going. My beautiful dahlias, I'm so glad I grew you. Here's the ground cherry plant. And it's looking like some of them are getting close to being ready, but the insides are still green. So I don't know if we're gonna get those or not, but look at this lobelia that came back up from volunteer. I had those here last year. Bailey, behave yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing? Say hello to YouTube. Yes. Bella's laying on the couch. She's like, this crazy puppy. Okay, so deadheading is project number 8. This fence is gonna be project number 9. I need to come in here and clean this out. It's really kind of an odd thing. I've got these Brussels sprouts in here that have been growing since spring, And they're not really making any, oh, there's little Brussels down there. See them? I don't know. I'm going to leave them because I don't know if maybe I'll end up getting some or not. Oops, sorry, I just jumped. I got a bee buzz in my ear. These sunflowers are so pretty. I love this color. So I'm going to be letting these go and saving these seed heads. This seed head is almost ready. See how it's kind of cleared out from petals and things? It needs to droop a little bit more. Once it's a little more droopy, I'll go ahead and pull that guy and save seeds. But they're really pretty. But this fence needs to get cleaned up so you can walk through it again. You can see a lot of things are starting to fall over and die. I'll just go through here and clean this up, cut some of these ones on this side down that are pretty much dead. So that's project, what did I just say? 8, deadheading 7. The fence is 8. Let's look at the garden. So you can tell I cut all these calendula down, and you can see that they're still alive and doing just fine. They're making leaves here. They're gonna try and make some more buds before the end of the year. Here's the watermelon vine that is just exploding now that it's got some room. We won't have time for me to get a watermelon off that. But here are the squash, and I still have zucchini coming on. There's a couple. Look at it, they're starting new ones here. I've got big flowers open. I'm gonna get zucchini until the snow flies, which is the weirdest thing ever. I like that. Here are peppers. I'll get more peppers this year still. I think what I am gonna do is, all right, project number 9. Number 9, that's right. Number 9, I'm gonna come out and take any ripe peppers, hot or sweet, and I'm gonna make a sauce out of them. I'm gonna make a like a hot pepper sauce. It will be more sweet than hot, but the flavor of it will be something that Brent will like a lot. Ooh, look at here. I have got these spaghetti squash that are turning more orange than creamy yellow like I'm used to, but they're a new variety, and I did look them up and they are supposed to turn that color. So I have those. I've got a couple over here. I have a lot of spaghetti squash in here. And then over here, this zinnia is just so pretty. This little zinnia pit I've got going. Hey guy, you taking a little nap? This bee's just chilling. He might have got a little wet. You take a nap there, buddy. You're okay. And then same thing over here, these butternut squash. Kind of getting stripy. They are going to turn orange as well. And that's when I know that they're ready. Those are those honey nut squash. What's going on over here? Here, oh look, I got some more squash coming over here too. Those look like zucchinis. That's the cocazelles. These are all the little hot ones. This is the fish pepper. Isn't that pretty? They get like this purpley color. Those are really pretty. And then I've got beans back here. These I'm leaving to die, and any beans on there to dry out as seed because I did harvest them already. All this kale and stuff will be food for the chickens as it gets cooler. Whoa, look at all the bugs on here. I don't know if I can magnify this enough for you to see it. Let me try. Can you see them? Those are all aphids. Tons and tons of little, ooh, I'm trying to stand still for you, but it's windy. Aphids. That is not great, but the chickens will love them. All right, so all this is just chicken food. It's all just hanging out here. I'm gonna take a little bit of it in to the rabbit. Here you go, rabbit. You can have kale for breakfast. But the garden is pretty much just winding down. I'm picking the last of what's in there, or the last winter squash are ripening up, except for the crazy zucchini, which have a mind of their own this year. Okay, this walkway is so pretty. I can't even be mad about it. It's a lot of work. I thought I wouldn't need it last year. I canceled it. I'm so glad I brought it back this year. Hey ladies, you make me so happy. I do have this giant red cabbage right here too. I could use that to make slaw. Isn't it pretty? This one looks a little bit more buggy than that one, but this one looks pretty good. And down over here, no, that one's buggy and that one's buggy. So I got one good one down there. All right, we're just gonna say item number 10 is going to be cleaning up the garden. All encompassing number 10 item list. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have a lot of work to do. I don't have anything more exciting to talk about today. It's dreary, overcast. I'm pretty much just gonna be cleaning up the garden and trying to put areas to bed as we hit September into October. I usually get my first frost right around October 15th. That's kind of like our average. So I am planning on getting whatever I can out of the garden by the end of September, and then using a little bit of time to cover things up with leaves or grass clippings or whatever to kind of protect it. I'll talk more about that as we get further on, and I'll do an actual full garden tour for September within the next week or so you can see what is still alive in a little bit more detail. All right, I'm gonna go feed the rabbit and get to work on that list. Have a great day.